The response to the private school initiative is so overwhelming. If anybody out here has emailed and hasn't heard back yet, I am sorry. I have like 3 people trying to get back to me. There's just too much interest. It's crazy. It's crazy. I already have 3 or 4 prospective locations in the GTA. I'm not going to give them away yet, but we're working on it. I'm talking to a couple different lawyers right now to get all the paperwork in place. I even chose the curriculum that I want to use in the schools because it's a special curriculum that allows for children to be grouped with people up to 3 years older than them. So it'll allow more diverse class types, and it'll allow more options for people registering their kids, and it'll still provide a really, really high quality and caliber education. And we're going to try to do it at the lowest possible price, and we're going to try to make it available to everybody. That is the plan. And we had a talk with Dr. Tenpenny yesterday. We were doing our weekly seminar that Vlad set up. It's a week seminar. We have over 250 people signed up from all over North America, and they come and they listen to Vlad and I and Dr. Tenpenny, and they listen to how we created this movement here. And they're doing everything they can to emulate this movement hundreds of times all over North America. So our numbers are growing exponentially. People are aware. People want the information. People want to know how to fight back. And that's what we're giving them. We are now all over North America, and we're even being talked about in Europe and even other continents. We are officially worldwide. And we're just getting started. Yesterday we did our protest at the Cheese Boutique. Oh my goodness. So everybody knows the story. Someone went there about a week ago. He got assaulted. They threw him out of the store. Once they got him out of the store, the owner had the audacity to key the customer's car right in front of his face. Yes, that's how ridiculous he was. Cops were called, charges were filed, but he did not learn his lesson. So we announced that we would be coming there. I made sure he knew in advance that we were going to be there, so he wouldn't be able to say that we blindsided him or we came there looking for trouble. What did he do for our arrival? How did he prepare for us? He hired about half a dozen large security guards for his cheese store. He called the police who were there waiting for me when I got there. And we had 9 people, some with very obvious medical conditions, waiting. So rather than just rush his store with all the people and make a big scene, I tried to give him a chance. I went and spoke to the police officer one-on-one, told him about everything. I had the Toronto bylaw printed out, the relevant portions highlighted. I had our flyer we made for businesses. I had everything we needed to educate this man on what really is going on and what his actual responsibilities were. The police were 100% on our side, and they told us that we're not doing anything wrong, and we should be able to go in the store. So I told the police officer, if the guy was worried about the cameras, if he was worried about the crowd, have him come out and talk to me one-on-one, no cameras, just so I can explain my side of the story to him, and hopefully we can resolve everything peacefully right then and there. What happened? The owner was too scared to come talk to me. So we went with Plan B. Plan B was all of us going up to the front of the store, and if the owner wouldn't come out, I would try to go in. If they said no, I would explain everything to the security. So that's exactly what we did. We went there on video. I explained to everybody that we had medical conditions. The security would not let us in, so I explained how they were discriminating against a disabled person, and not allowing us in the store is no different than denying service to someone of a different sexual orientation or a different race, etc., etc. They got so scared, they actually ran inside to grab the owner. He came out finally, and now he was stuck on camera, and I reiterated everything to him. He seemed a little more receptive, but he did not want to budge. You could tell to him it was an ego thing. He didn't want to give in. So I told him, I said, what you're doing is a violation of the law. It's not a criminal offense. The cop there is not going to arrest you. I'm like, but we will go to a lawyer. We will file a human rights complaint on behalf of each person here. And each individual complaint carries a maximum penalty of $10,000. So you will now be liable for up to a $90,000 fine. He didn't say another word after of that. He literally just turned tail and ran inside the store. So we left. We went straight to public health to report the incident, which we did. I reported it to 311, and I've been talking with a couple lawyers right now who are going to represent us, so we can make an example of this business. Not because he's just a bad person, because he seemed like an actual okay dude when I went to talk to him. I don't want to destroy his image because he got angry and assaulted someone. Everybody can get angry, but all the businesses need to be made aware that exemption is not an option. It's the law. They have to honor that law. They cannot discriminate. They cannot subjugate. And that's the point of all this. If all it's going to take is one example, what's a business going to be more scared of? A potential $1,000 fine from a bylaw officer or a $100,000 fine from 10 angry people? This is why the big stores are not enforcing the mask policy, because it is not worth it. You think Walmart wants a multi-million-dollar lawsuit because one of their $10 an hour security guards accosted a 75-year-old woman with lung problems for not wearing a mask? Are you out of your mind? They know better than that. And so does our government. That's the point. I had a lengthy conversation with 311 this morning. I'm actually going to go through the Freedom of Information Act and get the recorded conversation, because the way they set up the system is so disgusting. You call public health tries to get you to call 311. Then you call 311, they tell you to report the incident. So you give your name, you report the incident, they say, thank you, the incident's been reported. So I say, okay, so where do I find out what happened to the business? Oh, you can't follow up. What do you mean I can't follow up? So how do I know what happened? Oh, you don't know what happened. You just got to make the complaint and hope for the best. What? Why can't I not follow up? It's my complaint. The privacy laws has to do with health. But it's my own health and privacy. Sir, I do not make the rules. That's what she said. I said, in that case, let me talk to the person who does. I want to talk to your supervisor. Supervisor came on. They're doing that here. She gave me a note that says Walmart is enforcing mandatory masks as of August 12th, but I was talking about Walmart in the States. Walmart, CVS, Home Depot, Lowe's, all those stores collectively canceled the policy. So even though Walmart is saying they're going to do it here, I'm pretty sure we can get them to cancel that policy as well. That's what we got to do. So back to 311. I spoke with the supervisor. I told him that the system is set up in a way to usher in complete unaccountability. You talk to public health gives you the 311. 311 takes your complaint, and then basically you don't know what happens after that. I told him that's unacceptable. I told him on Monday, you better call me back. I want a follow-up, and I want the recording. So as of Monday, I should get a call back from Dave at 311, a supervisor, much more information on this, because I've been telling everybody to report, and I didn't know they were taking the reports and basically just sliding it under something and leaving it. So no. I get reports every day. So on MAD website, I'm going to make a new feature. So you can go to the GetMad.Online website, and there's going to be a button you can click to report a mask exemption bylaw violation. And it's going to allow you to send your email directly to public health and 311 at the same time from one click of a button. Because everybody's messaging me every day. I literally get dozens of people messaging me saying this happened, this happened, this happened. And sometimes when I have the time, I forward it to public health, but I can't do that for everybody. So we're going to make a feature on the website so you can go and report a face mask exemption violation. And we got to flood them with so many of these that they take notice. I told them on the phone, the law that you have given is intentionally misleading. You have not given a public statement to these businesses on how to enforce a law. How does a business enforce a law when they're not given the correct information? You will get confusion. You will get conflict. You will get a 73-year-old man showing up to a grocery store without a mask and being killed for it. And this is the kind of thing that's happening. Maybe not such on a grand scale of being killed, but definitely being embarrassed, harassed, made to feel like shopping is a chore. Go to the mall without a mask. Claim your medical exemption. Walk around for a half an hour and see how many other people ask you why you're not wearing a mask. It becomes a very stressful situation. And for everybody involved. Why? Because they have not been properly informed. If they have been informed that anybody not wearing a mask obviously has a medical condition, it would not even raise an eyebrow when they see someone not wearing a mask. But their intention is to scare people to wear the mask. Is to ostracize the people not wearing a mask. That is why they try to keep this information from the public, and that is why it's vital that we get on their case to make them make this public statement. As soon as public health makes a public statement, all the problems, all the conflict go away, and mandatory masks become an optional mask. That's what we need. We need to keep our freedom of choice. Back to Mad. For the schools, anybody who emails from this point to help keep things organized, in the subject heading, make a description if you're trying to offer a location, if you're trying to offer your services as a teacher, or if you're trying to offer up your children as registrants. It helps keep it organized. I was not expecting this many emails to come in. It's absolutely, it's very inspiring. I'm not upset about it, but my organizational skills are not as good as my speaking skills. So I need your guys' help. Thank you. As far as everything else goes, tomorrow there's going to be some activity going on in Kitchener, right? Yes. I'm going to be there. I just want everybody to know I'm going down so we can support our people over there. Yeah. So you know that when we're telling everybody we're trying to recreate these movements in all other cities, that we really are. And we're going there to help them do it. Because this is what we need. We need united non-compliance. All across Canada, all across the United States. When they tell you to put on the mask, you say no. When they tell you what's your phone number and your name for contact tracing, you say hell no. Yeah. When they say here's your wonderful vaccine, what are you going to say? Hell no. Thank you, everybody.